Hi, I'm George, and we're going to make a custom sword here for Minecraft Bedrock. We'll do that iron sword right there and give it a better look by changing a custom resource pack. Okay, let's go ahead, switch out the desktop, and let's begin getting this thing set up. Okay, to start off with, you'll need to have a place to build your resource pack. I just went onto my C drive here and I made a new folder. I called it Bedrock Packs. You can name it anything you want to, that's fine. I also have a custom icon right here. It's named pack_icon.png. It's a PNG file. This is at 256 by 256. You can use the default one. I'll show you where that is, or you can make your own. That's all it is, just a square picture at 256 square. Okay, and you'll need to have a new folder in here, and then just name that folder Textures, and you're all set. Now we need to get the vanilla resource pack, and for that, go over here, and this is on the Minecraft website. It's a big long link up here, so I'll go ahead and I will put this into the description so you can just click on that and get right to this page. Once you're here, scroll down. You want to come down to the part here where it says, how do I use add-ons? And then come down here where it says resource packs right there. And click on that link. And this is a download link. Just download this into your same resource pack working folder. I'll choose save. And that's now taken care of. We can go back to that folder. Here we are. And there is that resource pack. We now need to unzip this, but I like unzipping it to a new folder location so that we can then drag and drop. Right now I'm in Windows 11, so I'll right click on this and come down to where it says show more options and then look for open in new window. Now if you're on Windows 10, you'll just right click and you'll see this menu right here. For whatever reason, I don't know, Windows 11 likes to hide things one step further on. So Windows 11, show more options. Windows 10, you'll just see open in new window. Click on that, open this thing up. There we go. And then come down here, and the first thing you want is this file that says manifest.json. Just right drag it over here and copy. There we go, we need that file. If you don't want to make your own pack PNG, here's the default one right there. You just drag it over as well. I'm going to leave that one alone because I already have mine right here. Then go into the textures folder, come down to the items folder right here, and in here, scroll down until you find that iron sword. So we'll just scroll way down here. And there's the iron stuff. Here's the iron sword right here. Right drag that over and copy. This works for any of the swords. They're the same thing. The material is first and sword second. So diamond sword would be diamond_sword, etc. Okay, that's copied over. Now notice that this is in the items folder. Let's just back up one, and that's that folder right here. So we need to also make that folder. So let's close this down. I'm going to take this sword, I'll drag it over here. Let's go into the textures folder, make a new folder here, right click and new folder. This is items like that. Take your sword, drag it in here, and there we go. We're now all set to go ahead and change this into our new sword look. And for that, I'll be opening this up in a program called paint.net. I like it because it's free and it does a great job with these Minecraft graphics. So I'll bring that up. There we go, there's paint.net, and here's our working folder over here. Now the easy way to get images into paint.net is just to drag them in like that and choose open. And there we go. Now these are real small pictures, so I need to zoom in. I'll grab the zoom tool over here, and let's just zoom in a bit on this. Now I want to have more detail, so for that we're going to increase the size of this sword. I'm going to be taking it up 2 times. Right now it's at 16 by 16, so that's going to be 32 and then 64. So make this 64 by 64. And that's image up here. Come down to resize. And right here I'll just type in 64 by 64. Leave everything else alone. And at the top up here it says resampling. Change this to nearest neighbor if it's not already at that. Choose OK. And there we go. Much better. So you can see we now have 4 times the detail in here to work with. So there's our basic sword. And now we can go ahead and begin to customize this. Everything outside here, this kind of checkerboard stuff, this is all transparency. And then the sword's solid and it's all transparency out here. Now one thing about doing these item images is that you can have transparency. You can have see-through parts if you want them. So I could make the middle section here see-through, or even have them just partially see-through. It's up to you. Because of this though, the best way to work on this is to use the pencil tool. And that's right over here. There we go. And then simply tap in where you want to add something. I'm just going to zoom in on this a little bit. We'll grab our zoom tool and we'll zoom in on this edge. Also, you notice here we have a side here and a side down here. If you want to have your sword different on your 2 sides, this right side here, this is the one that's going to be the top of the sword. The left side over here, this is the bottom of the sword. So make sure you have the right part of your sword facing the right direction. Okay, I'll zoom in here and let's grab our pencil tool. I'm just going to make this kind of a bright red so it's easy to see. And if I click in here with the pencil, it gives me a spot like that. It just colors in that area. These little dots, you can't color those in. We're coloring in this kind of a grid. You can see it in here and right here. If I wanted to make this outlined in red, I would just do my grid just like that. There we go, and just kind of make it outlined. So pretty easy, as you can see here, to draw that in. If I want to have it look like it has more detail, I'll just fill in some of these additional spots right here. We're just going to do just this bottom part of this one, just so this doesn't take forever on this video. And if you hold the spacebar down, you get a move handle like that. And let's just do this bit right down here, and I'll come out to here. And we'll fill these spots in. And then we'll do this inside as well. There we go, just like that. And it's kind of a nice, interesting looking additional pattern. And I'll come out here just one spot. If you want to have a clear area, we'll do these middle parts in clear. For that, we're going to be using the eraser tool, which is right here. And you see this really large eraser size. I want to bring this down so it's not as big as this. So go up here where it says brush width, and we're going to bring that down to just 1. There you go, just 1 pixel like that. And to remove something, just click inside. Now notice over here it's getting a little bit transparent outside of that. You see there is just not really solid. So you may need to click a few times to get this completely removed. And try to stay away from the blocks out there. So click into a corner where it's away from your outside blocks if you don't want to have any kind of semi-transparency showing up on that. And we'll just do just a few of these in here. I'll do that bit, and let's do this middle section right in here. Again, I'm clicking several times here to get that totally clean. And we'll come in here, we'll do this little section right down in here. There we go. Let's now zoom out. I'll grab my zoom tool again over here. And you can also zoom from the bottom right-hand corner. I'm just going to back out a bit like that. So we've changed this little bit in here. Kind of looks like it's a bloody sword. I don't really want a bloody sword, so let's just change that color real fast. Let's go to a medium blue in here. So if you want to change your color, just come back in and paint right over a color like that. Easy to do, just clicking in. I'm not brushing or painting, I'm just clicking and fill in all those sections. You can then change your sword color that easily. Once this is done, we're going to go inside and outline those clear areas. I'll use a little bit different blue for that. Maybe a purple might look kind of nice. There we go. Again, the spacebar gives you the hand tool, and just come in like this and paint all the way down and around. There we go. I think that'll be nicer. Go back to our blue. I'm just going to go for a darker blue, which is right here. And let's just color these a darker blue right around those clear areas. Let's go clear out here. There we go. And clear around. And that'll be enough for this real fast custom sword. If you want a real nice sword, of course, take your time and change the whole look of the sword. I've done quite a few of these that have completely different looks. But this is the basic concept. Just follow that same routine, and you can change the color to anything that you want. You can make it thinner by erasing these outside sections. You can make it, again, partially see-through by just erasing it just a little bit. Now keep in mind that the area right down here, this is where the hand is, and you're not going to be actually seeing that in the game. You see a little bit of this back section, and you'll see some of this up here. You're not going to see this bit right here. That's inside of the hand in the game, so don't really spend a lot of time on that. It's just not going to show. It only shows up in the inventory. Okay, so we've changed the look of our sword. When I need to save this out, go up to File, come down to Save As, and I'm going to save it as 2 things. Here's the original right here. First, I'm going to save this out as a PDN file. This is the standard paint.net format. Choose Save. That way I can come back and I can work on that one without hurting my original one. Let's now go back and we'll save out to the PNG. That's the second option right here. And then it's going to overwrite that one. Choose Save, and yes, that replaces that. Choose OK, and that's now done. Let's now build this into a resource pack and get the resource pack into the game, and we'll see how this looks inside the game. So for that, let's just close this down. We're all done with paint.net. See, here's our PDN file. This is the one that will open up in paint.net directly, and here's the file for use inside of the game. Okay, now back up here to where it says resource packs. This is our resource pack folder, and in here we need to have these 3 pieces: textures, the manifest.json, and a pack icon PNG. Again, that's my own custom version. We don't need that any longer. You can delete that if you want to, or just hang on to it for future use. I'm just going to hang on to mine. Now we need to do a little bit of editing here in the manifest.json file. I have mine opening up in Notepad++. It's a free code editor. I like using it because it does a few things like number the lines, gives me some coloration of code and so forth. So I'll put a download link for that along with the download link for the paint.net in the description. Let's open this up. Here we go. Just a few things in here. You have your description and a name. These can be the same thing if you want to. I'm just going to rename this custom sword. And then let's copy that. Select that, Control C to copy. Let's come down here. I'll change it right here. That's Control V to paste. And I'll change it right down here as well, right there, and Control V to paste. Now I have these two UUID codes. There's one right here, and there's one right down here. They're different, but these also have to be different from what's in the game. So just change the last two numbers in here, and you'll be fine with that. What I've been doing is just adding in new numbers on top of that. The last one I added in was 18, so I'm now adding in 19. So that 22 plus the 19 makes that one 41. Let me just back up and type 41 onto that. And then 19 plus 19 makes that one 38. There we go. And the reason for that is the UUID codes are kind of like license plates for your resource pack in the game. Every resource pack has to have different codes. That's all that is. It just allows Minecraft to tell which resource pack is which so that you don't begin overwriting other resource packs. Okay, that's done. I'll just save that, close that down, and we're all set now. Next thing is to select those, and then we're going to be zipping this up. Right-click and compress to zip. Again, I'm in Windows 11 right now. If you're in Windows 10, just go up here and click on Share and then click on Zip. Same thing. Compress to zip. Here we go. Give it a new name. I'll call it Custom Sword right there. Now notice I see that .zip at the end. Make sure you see that .zip. If you're not seeing that, in Windows 10, go up to the menu up there, click on the View tab and put a check next to Find Extensions. If you're in Windows 11, like I am right here, go up to the View tab here, come down to Show, and then Find Extensions right there. And then you're going to see that .zip. Now we need to see that because we have to change that over to .mcpack. And click outside and choose yes. And there we go. Now, if you don't get a different icon in here, just go inside someplace else, come back out, and that icon should change for you right there. Okay, we're now all set to go. Now make sure that Minecraft is not running, has to be closed for this, and then double click on this. This is going to then launch Minecraft and import this into Minecraft. We'll do that right now. Double click, and it is loading in right there. There's Minecraft loading in. As soon as we get to that title screen, it's then going to import that resource pack. We'll see that at the top. It's going to say importing pack. We'll make sure that it says successful. And then we're all set. Okay, import started right there. And then in a second, it's going to say successfully imported. There we go. That's all set to go. Now the Minecraft name up here, this is recolored. I did that in a previous video. I'll put the link for that video if you want to see that in the description. And everything else here is black and white because I'm in the beta version right now. But what everything we're doing here works in the regular version as well as the beta. Doesn't make any difference. Okay, come down to Settings. And in here, scroll down, Global Resources, and My Packs. And you should see your custom sword pack right there. Click on that, and then click Activate. Now go up here to Active, and make sure you're seeing it up here. We are. That's fine. And back out of Settings. It's going to load that resource pack into the game, and it's now play the game. And you'll see how that looks. Here is my main world. It's a copy of because I'm in the beta right now. And once this launches, we'll then grab that iron sword, and there we go. There's the iron sword. And notice that there's that blue stuff I put on there. It's a little hard to see, but you can see through that middle section as well. So there's our blue additions. Also, take a look down here inside of our inventory, and there is that look with that blue stuff on the sword also right down there. So there you go. That's how you can make custom swords here inside of Minecraft Bedrock. And I'll see you next time.